This is Wednesday of the first week of my regular work, and heading off into the sun in my face in the morning, and unable to dedicate the kind of time, effort, and energy it takes to run a thriving enterprise like King Creators United. This is a name that Sean and I came up with a long time ago after. So we made full, beautiful applications. I did this part, actually, to all of the major syndication houses to get Rizzo syndicated. And as close as we came, golly, I don't know whether it was Tribune Features or it was the one that owns the Chicago Tribune. It was like the Chicago Tribune. We were really close to opening up that door, and it came down to two strips. And I remember there was some big whoop deal about we needed to turn around, I don't know, a number of brand new strips in a certain amount of time, which is like, that's what Sean's good at. Sean can, without breaking a sweat, turn around 5 comic strips in a day, easy. And I know that he'll say 7, and probably he has made 7 strips in a day. The end of that story is that whatever that other strip was, it wasn't us. And we came this close then. And it's frustrating. Both of us, even in our individual art lives, have come this close. So this is, you just hang in there. You hang in on this game, and you keep swinging at the pitches, and when they stop making pitches, you go and find another pitcher, and you swing at those balls. And that's what we do. That's why we're launching Brain Factory right now. Listen, for those of you that are following the Sean leaving Beatty thread here, I don't really know how that's happening. I don't really know. I know that things are rocky with he and his wife. I know that the entire, the genesis of the idea came after Sean literally said, like, hey, I should come out there and live in your basement in real life. Which I wouldn't have a basement. Like, that would be the end of my basement, which, is predicated on my kind of happy nuclear family thing. Like, it just really couldn't happen because everything around that scenario, I can't imagine what Sean and I would actually be like trying to be creators together and in a dynamic like the one that we have. It would just implode everything. And so, it's good to have a sense of, it's great to work with Sean at the way that we do it, I doubt very much. Anyway, so no need to belabor that. So, it's the morning, a new day. I get to be in classes all day. This is the part of my job where I get to be a student. For those of you who shit on college education regularly and believe that faculty are sitting on their asses collecting the public funds, you are wrong. Every year we have basically kind of a university just to ourselves, where we all go to classes, where we get geared up, where we focus on student needs, where we focus on best teaching practices, where we essentially share the experience, strength, and hope of as many generations of teachers as can be had. Boy, one of my greatest teachers at these kind of, enthusiasm generating university moments, we call it in-service, but it's bigger than that, It's much bigger. There's a great deal to be learned. This man's name was Forrest something. I really should get his name. You'll see it chironed on this image if we ever use this clip. But, Forrest Gathercall. His name is Gathercall. God, what an amazing name for that man. I'm pretty sure it's Forrest Gathercall. And if you search it, I don't know, he's not going to be as big as Carl Sagan or other great academics, because people who are experts at teaching, they don't get famous. Teachers of teachers don't, but being with him, he just taught me to lead with my heart and follow intuition and draw out the best in my students. And I'll tell you, just for my own thing, and this will probably not make it into the video, that's my approach. And I do it in service and with enthusiasm, and I love it, and I feel blessed to be able to take someone, for instance, who is literally never going to read a Shakespeare play, after, I don't know, some high school translation of it into modern English, and which wrecks it. I'm here on record as saying, please stop translating Shakespeare. Guess what? It's already English. And do you want to know, I get a little passionate about that. I'm in my car. I don't go that big when I'm in a class, I promise. But there are certain things that really do get under my skin. And that is a lot of it. Translating Shakespeare into contemporary English. Do you want to know it's like, what Shakespeare does is he's turning all of these valves in our hearts and mind with his language, because they didn't have special effects to distract us. They had nothing but language. And if you remove the language, well, you get characters and plot. Well, tra-la-la, nobody's created any more original characters since. And most of them are based on characters that Shakespeare developed. Characters like, Shakespeare's like the father of character development. And that's all our cinema is based on right now, is character development. And it's already in our language, so it doesn't need to be translated. So how about this? How about we put a little bit of effort into breaking down some of the language structures that Shakespeare uses and allow that to enhance our own ability to communicate with one another. And if I were like a super fastidious and irritating Shakespeare scholar, I would riff off just like 10 beautiful turns of phrase right now, but it's the morning. And I am driving after all, and this is even way too much. Once again, I have gone on far too long in a video, but my commitment to the project, to watching Sean transition to Los Angeles, to whoop it up and whoop some ass. That's like a Shakespearean kind of move, where you do whoop it up, which means to celebrate, and whoop some ass, which means with a whoop is completely fucking different. Oh, did I just say fucking while I was talking about Shakespeare? Oh, I guess I did. Oh, man, oh.